Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's 17 minutes past the hour on this 11th day of December. Yours truly, Joe Dupree in the building. Welcome to another episode of hashtag Truth Be Told / JD Live. Your early morning get up, wake up, wake up. Information, inspiration, motivation in the morning. Conversation that promotes elevation. We are broadcasted live on Facebook Live, YouTube. Redo that. Facebook Live, Instagram, and Twitter X at the JD of Mess on YouTube. We're at 100 BLK Media. Man, I am just getting up. Sorry that I am a little late this morning. I am just getting up. It was a long Wednesday. One of those long Wednesday. I had the most Mondayest Wednesday ever. But we're here. And I'm probably here by myself. I don't know where all the rest of everybody else probably said, "Are you okay? Are you in this morning?" I'm here. I'm finally made it here. Hold up. Be exact. Hold it. John said, "Link me in." All right, John, I got to hit you with the link. Hold on. Hit you with the hot tracks. Did I even send the link out? See, I'm just all over the place today. Hold on. Let me get this. Let me make sure I'm good. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, I got hey. Hold on, Sean. Link is coming, brother. Hold on. I'm coming. I thought I had sent it, but I didn't. Okay, so hold on. Let me send this to my man Sean P, where Sean P can jump on. Sean, like, man, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? I didn't even send it out, man. I was like I said, I had the most man, I've had a day. All right, Sean, it's coming. Here it comes. Here it comes. It's coming. It is coming. Hold on. It's coming. Be exact. Let me shoot it out to a couple other folks because somebody else might be saying, "Man, hold it. I thought you were supposed to send me a link." And I didn't. Hold on. Let me send somebody else the link too. I am so sorry, family. I'm all over. Okay. Definitely that. Yeah, let me do that. Just in case. Uh John P will probably be coming on real soon. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't even send a link out to my team, to the people that I rock with, the people that get on the bus with me. My apology. Hey, either way, 20 minutes past the hour. Good morning. Hopefully, y'all are doing well. I see folks are jumping on, and I appreciate that you are getting on the bus to see where we're going to be at today because we're going to have a little conversation. Oh, man. Like I said, I had the most Mondayest Wednesday in life. Hold on. I knew it was somebody else I need, just in case he decides to jump on. My brother Bowtie may want to get on. Is Antonio Cope. Brother Cope. There we go. Boom. Man, I didn't even did everything else but send. Yeah, crazy. Crazy. Sometimes that's how it goes. All right, in the news, I don't know about y'all. Somebody said it was the holidays and Christmas. There are a lot of people out and about, but there are not a lot of people doing a lot of commerce out and about. There are not a lot of folks shopping out and about like they normally are. A lot of folks are doing stuff online. One of the questions I wanted to ask today is, do you think this online shopping going to sooner or later make a brick and mortar, the malls and the stores be no longer in existence? Will everybody just, just be doing the thing online and nowhere else? That was the question. Because things will stop being. if you stop using them. That is a very good point. Need y'all to pay attention. Pay attention. Okay, link sent. I sent everything. I think I sent it up. Mm, 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 mm. See there? That's what happened when you forget to do certain things. I apologize. Let me hit him with the link is sent. There we go. Go. Aha. All right, family. So it is Thursday, turn up Thursday, turn down for what? Yours truly, Joe Dupree in the building. Thank you for all those who support this video podcast. I will, we're actually on a countdown for the for this year, not only for the new year to come in, but for this podcast not to be on until June of next year. I will be just stepping away for a sabbatical for things I need to take care of for myself. And I will actually be social media free for some months. I'm not posting. I'm not coming on the podcast. I'm doing a social media cleanse. Gonna flush it all out, and we'll be back probably June the 1st or July the 1st. I haven't made up my mind, will it be June the 1st or July the 1st? I'm still working on that. But for 2026, starting January the 1st until either June the 1st or July the 1st, we won't be on. Hashtag Truth Be Told, JD Live won't be on. The bus will be decommissioned, getting a makeover, getting repaired, getting things done to it. I will be getting myself together. We'll be back. I'll be back. We'll be back. We're gonna run to the chopper. No. But we'll be back, family. We'll be back. And it's just something I had to do. I just had to kind of get away, man. Get away, take care of self. Too many times that's what we don't do. We're so busy. Um, Good friend of mine, Roy Woods Jr., you know him from CNN, big time comedian. He and I had a conversation where I had said, look, man, and he laughingly said to me, man, everybody got to get away. Everybody, every once in a while, you just got to get away. Everything. From everything. We'll be back. So much is going on. Big ups to my man Elijah. Some of y'all haven't seen Elijah on in a minute. Elijah out there getting his hustle on strong in the sports world. In the sports world, of course, Michigan's coach gets dismissed. Oh, which is wow. Kind of saw that coming, but it happened. I think one of the biggest surprises in the sports world is the University of Indiana and what's going on there with the Hoosiers. Because when you talk Hoosiers, you're not talking football, but they are the number one football team in the land. And that is a pleasant surprise to see somebody else standing there that's normally not there. So, but with you know, and then watch this, the coach from Michigan, he is jailed hours after getting fired. So there's a lot we got to dive into what happened with the coach at Michigan. And once I get a little more information tomorrow, we'll probably for Freedom and Fun Friday try to say, man, what in the world happened? It's what happened. So get ready. Don't forget to check out my man Sean P and the Sean P Experience Riyadh podcast. Man, they do so much. He does so much when it comes down to literature, especially Black books from Black authors, talking about what we deal with on a daily basis, and people who write from our perspective, write from where we come from, and give stories that are to me stories that are, some are fictional, some are not fictional, some are inspirationally DIY, things that can make us better. uh Definitely check out Sean P and the Griot podcast and the Sean P Experience. Man, he has some of the top authors in the nation on. He does. Woo, family. I don't know about y'all. Have you ever had the mornings that you said, I really don't want to let the bed go? This was one of those mornings. This was one of those mornings. I did not want to let the bed go. But I decided to jump on here, and I won't be on here long. If Sean jumps on, which I think he will, we won't be on here long. We're really just gonna be on here long enough to tell y'all we hope you have a wonderful day. And basically that's all I really want to say today. I have a Christmas parade. So if you are in Louisiana and you would like to come to a nice Christmas parade, the Christmas parade and Santa Claus, for those of you who believe still in Santa, Santa Claus will be rolling through the streets of Opelousas tonight. So the annual children's Christmas parade will be, Jack, let me go ahead and put it up there. That's what I need to do. What am I doing? What am I doing? This country folks would say. The annual Christmas parade will be rolling, and I'll be at the annual Christmas parade. I'll be doing what I do. Put a little something there. It is. Aha. So if you want to be in the mood for Christmas, there are those who love Christmas, and I get it. There was a time in my life I was crazy about Christmas, but there it is. It is the city of Opelousas annual Children's Christmas Parade, and it is tonight. The Christmas parade starts rolling at 6:00 through historical downtown Opelousas. To be exact, it goes all the way down from 190, starting there at the it was the Exxon, and I don't know if that's the CVS or the Walgreens. It's probably the CVS. But it comes in there and it goes all the way down to the Amberley Building. Yeah, that part. So I ain't by myself. I'm sorry. I know. Man, I did not want to let the bed go. Y'all give it up. Our resident Lamar Burton. You know, I'm reading his fundamental. Sean P is in the building. Sean, what's happening, my brother?
What up? What up? What's going on, family, man? I'm here with another brand new read, man. Just naming the mail for me, another birthday gift of mine. This is the latest offering, the sophomore effort of Michelle Obama, the light we carry, overcoming in uncertain times, Joe. I would say that right now in uncertain times. And there's also a workbook to go along with it. I gotta go get the workbook. But it's
Okay,
a,
hold on. Put that back up there. Michelle Obama, the light we carry. Okay, come on. What's the undertitle again? About uncertain times, how we conduct ourselves and
overcoming in uncertain times.
oh yeah, these are uncertain times, brother.
Yes, yes. For sure. I got a question for you.
Talk to me. Talk to me.
Over here in Texas, we have our sister, Jasmine Crockett. I love Jasmine Crockett, man. She's a firecracker.
Yes,
She
sir.
over there running for the Senate in Texas, man. It's only been about 48 hours, give or take, and it's been a lot of firestorm kicking up on both sides already. Give me some of your takes as we have it right now.
Well, you know, I have come to discover, and I'll say this in the most humbling way I can, Sean. Anytime a person, and I could care less of what their gender is, stands up for their people and calls the wrongness and the wrongdoing of the machine and those who oppose what is right, they are always shunned upon as some type of evil person. Let's just be honest. Back in the heydays of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and and Brother Malcolm X, when they were advocating for what was best for us, there was the system said that they were communists, and folks who were black and brown said that these are the worst things since sliced bread. These people are evil. These are terrible folks. So Jasmine is a modern day female version of King and X. She is a Shirley Chisholm reincarnated. She is an individual who is saying, I'm going to call what's wrong, wrong, because the system has things that are wrong. See, you got to understand this. And Sean, I'm going to say this the best way I can. And I don't want to upset nobody, not on this morning, because I'm still kind of halfway sleep, halfway not there. But 31 minutes past the hour, Sean, here's what I do want to say to those who are listening and plugged into. If Jasmine Crockett acted like Tim Scott, folk who are not black and brown would love her. I'll say that again slowly. If Jasmine Crockett acted like Tim Scott, non-melanated folks and Republicans would love her. But because Jasmine Crockett calls a spade, says you've been abusing us for decades, the system is not friendly to black and brown folks. The system and those in it who sit in places of privileges have not been kind to those of us who are not in those places, especially those of us who are melanated and black and brown. All of a sudden, she's some crazy black woman that needs to be shut up. If Jasmine Crockett talked like Tim Scott, they would not be on her tail like they own her tail. I'm glad she's doing what she's doing, because guess what? We need balance, man. We can't have everybody just saying, it's not good right now. I can't sit here and let a man tell me that the pain I'm feeling is fictional. It's fictitious. You feeling that you can't afford stuff is a hoax. That's what the president said. Oh, this is a hoax. This is made up. It's in your mind. You're actually living your best life. Well, if I am, I sure ain't feeling it.
You know what, Joe? One of our brothers, who I love a lot and I respect the brother a lot, he had made this take on YouTube saying like he don't know how much of a black radical she is. And both of us know in the world of politics, this is doing.
Who was the brother that said that? Who's the brother that said that we like? Is it who I think it is? Who was that?
Should I say a name?
Yeah, say a name.
I mean, it's Joe Show. I mean,
yeah, say a name. Who was it?
Okay. Our brother Mark Lamont Hill. I love Mark Lamont Hill personally.
Okay,
I'm a Mark Lamont Hill fan for a long time.
Okay,
I would love to have him on the Sean P. Experience, but he made a video pretty much saying we don't know all of her stances just yet. Before we put all the eggs in the basket, what he was trying to say. What I'm trying to say is, we both know that politics is a game of chess. You can't go up there and show all your cards and your colors how you feel, because we won't back that. We won't back that. You gotta play this game. You know it's a game, Joe. It's a game of checkers. It's chess.
Right. You can't play checkers.
How could you question her on that? They ain't even a fair question. Is my point.
But we do that. I want to say this. Take me through there. Let me take y'all through there. It ceases to amaze me how are we really hypnotized, or have we been so permeated in our DNA with the plantation mentality that we question everything that we do, but question nothing of what they do? If master say he's sick, we sick too. If master say, guess what? You just think that I had somebody black tell me yesterday, well, it ain't as bad as they say it is, because master said it ain't as bad as they say it is. Man, it is bad. Your dollar is not going where it used to go. You're working more, making less, and having to pay more. There's two words. One is called inflation, and the other one is called deflation. At the end of listen, it is bad. We've got Navy SEALs and Spec Ops taking over Venezuelan oil tankers. It is bad. We are on the cusp of war. It is bad. But somebody, master, jump up and say, guess what? The economy is A plus. I can't hold it. I walk outside and throw a bucket of water out my house, and you try to call the cops on me for littering. Master pulls the things out and pee on you and tell you it's raining, and you talking about we need to go get a raincoat.
Come on, man. And to go along with the conversation, I talked to a sister yesterday. She a part of a big board for a big situation, right? Put it like that. She on a Zoom call with 50, 60 people, Joe, predominantly not black people. Don't you think it was another melanated person that questioned her credentials in front of all these people? Don't you believe it was another melanated person? Look, Joe, they're not asking if she had the chops for the job. Another melanated person asked if she had the chops for this particular situation. That's crazy how we want to qualify each other, but these other folks, it's trying to qualify nothing. Come on, Joe, man. We got to stop this, bro. We got to stop this each other, man.
Right. I am. Listen. Let me. Hey, yesterday I had the privilege of meeting with a fellow scholar, a soon to be former professor. I ain't gonna name no names, and a president of a whole collegiate system. And watch this. Both of them looked me dead in the eye and said, I don't know who you done upset, but why is it that folks ask us, why do we deal with you? And we told them, boom, 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 you're doing this. And he said, somebody said, are you sure? One of them said, man, I talked directly to the professor that is over his PhD program. Yeah, I'm sure. But see, that's us. Okay, now let us raise our hand and let us be clear on a few things. Let me do this, Sean, because it has to be done where folks can get a clear understanding. It's a double-edged sword. Some folks will never give you your propers and your dues because in their mind, they don't believe that a person like you could achieve such a thing. On the other edge of the sword, some of us, present company included, because we all have been known to do this, may have slightly either lied or embellished about a few things. Folks do that. And then that make it that folks say, are they really? But at the end of the day, in these days and times, it's so easy to just pick up the phone and ask a question or get with folks and say, are you sure? But here's the thing. Then once you find out that it is real, just be quiet and say, okay, good, I'm glad. But no, we try to go down that rabbit hole of hate. Well, I really don't like that person. Who give a damn what you like? Because at the end of the day, you're not the head Negro. See, a lot of us mad because we ain't the head nigga in charge. I called it.
I don't really go around doing my whole peacock feather thing too often. I don't do that. I don't like doing that. But don't you know, out of 3 degrees and various training certifications, none of those other folks ever asked me to see any of my certifications or degrees? None of them ever asked me to show it. Did you recertify? Did you do continuing education? They cut the thing. Have never asked me that.
Sean, because they verified you before they even talked to you. See, that's the thing about it. Those who do business, I do business with folks who are non-melanated. Non-melanated folks have already verified you before they talk to you. They're not going to even waste their time talking to somebody who can't accomplish what they need to have accomplished. We are the ones who always try to bamboozle and shuck and jive one another. I got one more person to come at me and try to tell me that something is black owned that I know ain't black owned, and I'm going to shut them down. I'm going to say, when are y'all going to stop lying to each other and trying to tell me something is black owned when it ain't black owned? It might be black managed. The person over the board that owns it might be a black person, but this is not black owned. It is literally owned by the government. It is owned by a government entity. If you tell me one more time I need to do something at a certain place because that's where all the black people need to go to, I'm going to tell you, fuck you. It ain't black owned. I don't fuck with that.
And as we said before, Joe, in order to be certified, you must be verified by someone who is qualified.
Right. Hold on. And don't be mad at me if I did the same thing you did, because some of y'all walking around here with degrees from Grand Canyon University, from different some of y'all ain't even got a degree. Y'all got an honorary degree, and y'all want to sit here and challenge and talk to me? Man, fuck you. Get it how you get it. I'm going to get it how I get it. And I don't really give a damn how you got it. At the end of the day, I'm doing what I got to do for me. And who I talk to and who I roll with and who I meet with now, that's my business. Because when I tried to put you in the equation, all you did was try to snatch up every one of my good resources for your own self. When I tried, hold it. Why does Sean P still roll with me, the Essence? Because Sean P knows what to do, how to do, and he never rolls me under the bus. You know, folks, I introduced the Essence, try to put the Essence, people I tried to put in media and radio. Once they got to know a few certain folks, F Joe, okay, well, F me then. And keep doing it your way. But understand this, I'm here to stay. And if all of a sudden one day you should need me again, the same FU you issued to me, I'm issuing it back to you.
Because guess what, Joe? It's only one bad thing about faking it till you make it. When you finally get to that real table in front of the real people, ain't no more faking it then, Joe. Because real recognize real.
Oh,
you can do all that faking and stuff to get to a certain level, but at that like a video game, at that master level, that final boss, you will not beat the final boss faking it.
Oh, at the end of the day, that's why I don't even use that. That's not even in my vocabulary no more. I tell people I speak it till I see it. It ain't easy, man. Listen, I'm literally working my tail to the bone, doing school, doing trainings, doing a regular job. I am a law enforcement officer, and that by itself has its own levels of difficulties. And no, I might not be out there on patrol, and God bless those who are. Let me tell you something. The hardest thing, man, I thought for people who do what Sean does sometimes, because you got to understand, they on the front line. And sometimes they on the front line by themselves. And if something break loose, it's going to take maybe 5 to 10 minutes for somebody to get there and help. And listen,
It's a long 5 minutes, boy.
That's a long 5 minutes. You let what Sean does, you let somebody all of a sudden, you let some 5 or 10 people start arguing, fussing, and start fighting with each other. Man, this man doing security at a place where they got golf clubs at. Them golf clubs can be deadly weapons.
A lot of hard objects. A lot of hard objects, Joe. A lot of hard objects. But no, I raised this whole conversation up because I want to study how are we going to back and criticize Jasmine Crockett the whole way through. I want to observe. I want to observe and study it, Joe.
Sean, we doing Jasmine right now like we did former vice president.
That's what I was gonna say.
Kamala Harris.
I want to see that. I want to see the history of that loop. Kamala Harris, Stacey Abrams.
Stacey Abrams, Kamala Harris, black folks in general. Black folks, if you ain't talking like Tim, hold it. Ain't nobody checked Tim Scott's credentials. Not even black folks. Come on. How many black folks said, I wonder if Tim Scott who he say he is? Because Tim Scott said, I'm with the main. And if you mess with me, you got to mess with the main. And guess what? Most black folks are scared to mess with white folks. Let's just call y'all act like y'all Billy Badass and y'all all this. Y'all really scared of white folks. And how do I know y'all scared of white folks? Is the reason because half of y'all behind closed doors because nobody knows where the nose goes when the doors close. Y'all behind there talking about Mo T Master. Mo T Master. Y'all Mo Teaser niggas. I ain't got time for y'all Mo Teaser ass. Hell. Talking around, got something to say about Joe Dupree, man, kiss my ass. I done said it and I meant it. And guess what? None of y'all paying none of my bills. Be exact. When I wasn't able to pay my bills, wasn't nobody knocking at my door. When I was advocating for the city and the white man called me the monkey, y'all jumped up and took the side of the white man. Well, maybe Joe stole something. Maybe Joe did something wrong. No, Joe didn't do shit wrong. No, the white man called me a monkey and I told him don't call me a monkey no more. And he said, quit. I said, no, fire me.
And it's the qualifications, though. You know this. I'm doing it once again. Anybody that get a little bored one day, go on your phone and look at what qualifications do you need to be a mayor of a city? What qualifications do you need to be city councilman? What qualifications does it take to be the president?
Right.
It's not what you think.
Right.
It's not what you think. This is about years ago. It's not. Were you looking up? You be like, that's it.
Listen. Hold
that's
on. Watch this. Most of the millionaires, billionaires, successful, wealthy folks in this world barely made it out of high school. But y'all sit around and make it that folk got to have high degrees, high references, and work experience just to be a manager. Hold it, not just to be a cashier at Walmart. Come on, y'all stop this malarkey. Y'all stop this malarkey. Y'all got folks who have had silver spoons in their mouths, don't know how it feels one day to be in the struggle, trying to tell you how it feels to be in the struggle, and telling you how they gonna run the city. Hell, all you know how to do is be privileged.
Why are they telling you that your degrees are no longer professional degrees? Your degrees, all the student loans you got, they are no longer professional degrees, Joe. All our nurses and educators and all other fields that we make up the most of, you're no longer professional. What does that mean, Joe? What does that leave us?
At the end of the day, you have to fully understand the following. The game has changed. I'm telling you right now, in places that you and I are not privileged to be in, rooms we don't have access to, they have fear of these independent podcasts like this one. Now, this one, they don't have a lot of fear of. They know my numbers. They know who's watching and who's not watching. But there are those out there who are spreading the truth and making folks think. And right now, in the halls of Congress, in the places that some of you decided not to vote, and guess what? A no vote is a vote. There are folks trying to figure out, how do we legislate these internet airways, because the internet is now the new radio, and they're trying to put the FCC in it. They're trying to put other regulatory entities in it. They're trying to create regulatory committees, because just like they created Doge out the blue. See, here's what y'all got to understand. When they figure out that you done figured out the formula on how to win, they'll figure out a way to either get rid of you or regulate. Stop keep thinking that you're getting away with something. Y'all, just like I tell folks, we got folk out there trying to act like they outstanding citizens and they community activists. No, you a side drug dealer. How I know? Because somewhere they got just like on The Wire, they got a room, they got your picture on it. Now, go smoke that, since you running around talking about, oh, I'm an outstanding citizen and I'm good with so-and-so and these white folks love me. Yeah, but there's some FBI, CIA, or some special operation that got your picture. Say, wait a minute. This person went from living in a trailer to living in River Ranch. And here's the tax returns. And the money, okay, what the money? Oh, but this person used to date this person that's connected to this person that used to move keys from overseas. Okay. But y'all sitting around here thinking y'all know stuff. Oh, y'all boasting and bragging about developments and things of this nature. You think folks ain't following the money? Oh, okay. Okay. And keep on thinking that you protected. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Hey, I'm good. Okay. Let me tell you something. When everything comes falling down, they're going to find somebody to hold the bag. And all of a sudden, your being good might be you the one standing there, and they say, oh, hold it. Your Honor, I'm not cash. I'm not CMB. I ain't CMB. That light-skinned pretty boy over there, that's CMB.
This is bigger than Nino Brown.
Y'all better pay attention. No, y'all don't want to listen to JD. So keep doing what you're doing, baby. But guess what? Guess what, Sean? I ain't nobody, no way. I don't know nothing.
But Joe, as you mentioned, them trying to regulate these podcast airways. So you said we got to go back to analog, back to the blog talk radio days, back to the party line, back to the underground networks. We got to go back.
Right.
To get out the matrix. We got to go back.
Right. Hold it. Soon as they see that information is being disseminated, all of a sudden, you got to understand, radio wasn't regulated until they figured out, whoa, wait a minute. These airwaves and these microphones, see, everything doesn't start with regulation and the government in it until the government, hold it. The government was not in cryptocurrency. And still ain't. I still think they still not until there's some things there's some protections. But you got to understand when people start figuring, folk will first get themselves immersed in the thing, own the thing, and then make it where you can't get into the thing because they done locked the thing up. But y'all sitting around here talking about, oh, we,
They want their members only, the members only club,
hey,
the good old boy system.
Once again, I laughed, young 19-year-old Caucasian brother, and that's what I'm gonna call him. He was a white brother. In Kenner, his viral video when the ICE and the people came to the chicken store in Kenner, and they were trying to get two of the Hispanic people out the store. He locked the doors and said, "Y'all can't come in here. Do you have a signed warrant from a judge to say y'all can come in here? Y'all ain't getting no chicken today. I have the right to refuse your service." Click, the door is locked. Y'all can't come in, and they ain't coming out. So what y'all gonna do? And it was so refreshing to see a young white 19-year-old said, we don't want these folks here. Because guess what? Once again, how are we, all of a sudden we are the United States of America. And if you look at the history and the founding fathers, this place is founded by immigrants. And the natural landowners got bamboozled from day one when the immigrants hit Plymouth Rock. Come on, let's talk about that. Y'all don't want to talk about it. But once again, like I said, if I was on this podcast talking like Tim Scott every day, oh, guess what, Sean? You might not be on here. Black folks might. And guess what? Black folks, the same black folks that tell me they revolutionaries and they community leaders, they be the same black folks talking about, I can't stand Joe Dupree. Joe Dupree got all that money kissing them white folks' ass. Y'all kissing white folks' ass behind the scenes too. Y'all just pretending. Y'all are the real Judases. Judas and the Messiah. You saw that about the Black Panthers. You got to watch those who are by your side with their fist balled up talking about we gonna fight this together. They the ones feeding the information you set up.
And just like that movie, just like that guy in that story, he got paid like a little bit of nothing for doing that. Just like the Judas in the Bible. You got paid a little bit of nothing for your hand taking part in that. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Oh, they send us to get us every time. And then folk have the mitigated gall and audacity sometimes to look at me and say, I ain't seen you in a while. No, because I ain't rolling in the circles you roll in. And guess what? You can question my credentials all day long. Guess what? The doors that are open for me weren't open for me anyway. Just like I open doors for other folks, God sent folk into my life to open doors for me. And I'm thankful for that. And I give credit where credit is due. First, I give God the glory, and I give thanks to the individual that they were obedient to say, guess what, Joe, regardless of what they told me about you, I opened the door for you and told you, come on in. Because obedience is better than sacrifice. Half of y'all ain't blessed the way y'all need to be blessed because God done told y'all to bless somebody and you sitting there with other folks trying to quantify, why would I do business with them? Guess what? If God told me right now to go and talk to David Duke, guess what? F all of y'all. I'm calling David Duke and say, man, the Spirit of the Lord told me to call you. Now, why? I had the slightest idea, but let's talk. And guess what? I might not even tell half of y'all that. But I'm going to do exactly what God told me. See, that's the problem. God done told some of y'all, you know you wrong and you need to go ahead and get it right and work with so-and-so. But nah, y'all too busy trying to give an appearance to folk who can't bless you. But y'all every Sunday, hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. No, Jesus up there looking at y'all going, y'all don't even listen to my ass. Y'all some damn, Jesus like, man, you hear this? You hear this? Do you see this? Do you hear this? Man, let's go on to somewhere else. And y'all trying to figure out, because what y'all trying to do is y'all trying to say, look at my house, look at my car, look at the clothes, look at this, look at that, look at what I'm buying now. Baby, please. Let the realest amongst you. Let the realest amongst you be the servant.
Because guess what, Joe? The devil will have you decked out. The devil will have you decked out. You think you winning. But like we said, only for a season. For a season.
Y'all, nice cars, nice house, nice jobs, and ain't got one night of restful peace. Y'all can't even sleep at night. Half of y'all toss and turn. Half of y'all got sleep apnea, all kind of health conditions, but you got a nice house, a nice car, and a nice job, and you good with them white folks. Guess what, baby, please. I go to sleep. I go to sleep in the hood peacefully.
That's real wealth. That's the real wealth. Would have been
Right.
good at that? Come on, man.
Right. Regardless of what you say about me, regardless of how many times you question, is he really doing that? Is that really what he does? Is that there? Man, I can't believe they let Joe do this, this, and this. Guess what? I go to sleep at night with so much peace. I go through my day with so much peace. I look you dead in the eye when you say, I ain't seen you in a while. Where you been? When you hug me, when you do the Judas, because Judas hugged Jesus, hugged him, loved him, kissed him. Hey, man.
The Judas kiss.
My dog. And guess what? Jesus was at peace because Jesus knew who Judas was. I know who y'all are. Man, that don't bother me. Guess what? I have limited time on this dimension, in this place, in this body, doing what I do. And guess what? When I leave, ain't none of y'all gonna, if it had to be up to some of y'all, me to get through the pearly gates, man, please. Y'all won't even let me in the outhouse. Better yet, let me in the big house.
But you know, Joe, I asked a few of my friends last night, do you think if Ida B. Wells would have tried to run for something back then, she would have had strong support from our people?
Man, we would have been the first one roasting her. First
You know,
one
Mary McLeod Bethune and
first one. Listen, that's why they got in their own little pockets and found like-minded folks and said, look, either you're going to roll with them or you're going to roll with us. And if you're going to roll with us, you cannot roll with them. And sometimes that's how you got to do it, Sean. You got to say, okay, I had to get that way. I had to realize that folk who are pastors, teachers, preachers, politicians, once I got a little taste of that whole smorgasbord of what was really going on, what I realized was what I always say. Nobody knows where the nose goes when the doors close. Folks that I thought were big time fighters and boxers, and when I was behind closed doors with them, with other folks, they in there going, Motisa. They in there tapping me, talking about, hey man, I know that's how you act in front of the people. Don't act like that in here. What? Excuse me, sir. What we talking about ain't good for my people. They tapping me on the leg. Hey man, don't say that. Don't say that. They What you mean? Man, I don't know how many y'all saw The Last Samurai. I came up in there like the emperor. Hold up. This no, Ambassador Swanbeck, excuse me. After further review, this treaty I am not signing because it is not good for my people. Because somewhere along the line, us trying to be like y'all, we done forgot who we were. No, I'm not signing that treaty. I'm not being a part of this. I'm not being a part of it. But see, too many black men and women done sold they soul to drive a BMW, to live in a nice house, and to sit in a damn seat that actually all they are is a puppet in the seat because some white person got their hand up the back of their ass making their mouth do this number.
the puppeteers. Puppeteers.
Now, y'all already don't like me. So okay. So just add that to your list of the things that you can say. I can't stand Joe Dupree. Okay, good. Guess what? Joe Dupree can't stand your ass either now. Because I done stopped trying to be friends with those who ain't friendly with me. Fuck y'all. And I mean it from now, hold it. I'm in a position where what you gonna do? Okay. Right. You ain't got a job to fire. Okay, you ain't got stuff to sit around and go, oh, we gonna get Joe now. No, you can't get me now, baby. You got me then, but you can't get me now. Because guess what? I came back just like a virus, new and improved with a different whole type. You're gonna have to get a different vaccination to get rid of me now.
The new variant. The variant.
The variant. Hold it. For those who watch Loki, I am that variant.
Like King the Conqueror. King the Conqueror.
Hold on. Hold it. Watch what timeline you're effing with right here. Come on, let go. All I gotta say is we have to be the protectors of Wakanda. Some of y'all ate the Dora Milaje. Y'all ate who y'all say y'all are, but that's okay. Sometimes
This is good.
I say am either. Go ahead.
There was an actual a barrier, a dome around Wakanda. You can't be going Wakanda.
Right.
You see why that is. You can't have anybody in here.
Hold on. For those of you who watched the movie, but for those of us who read the comic books, see, I knew Queen Ramonda said something in the comic books that blessed my soul. Queen Ramonda before T'Challa was dead. Okay, before T'Challa, before Shuri became the Black Panther, but in the comic books, King Ramonda said one time to T'Challa's dad, T'Chaka, if they ever realize who we really are, they will do what they have done to all of Africa. They will come and try to take what we got. Now, that's from the comic books. You know, I love Kenneth Boudreaux from this perspective. Kenneth always at the beginning of his broadcast on radio, he talks about what Dr. King says. And Dr. King, he gives a very good Dr. King quote about how Dr. King says, you know, life begins to end when we stop talking about things that matter to us. Something like that. I don't know the exact quote. I'm not Kenneth. That's Kenneth's quote. And it's beautiful. We have to understand, I'm a comic book guy. And like I said, in some of the comic books, when it deals with the black and brown characters in comic books, they make it crystal clear. There's a reason why I am who I am. It's a reason why I have the powers that I have. And it's a reason why it's me against them.
No, just like the comics. I saw a press conference with Trump or whatever. I saw it last night. I don't know when it happened. Talking about going to Africa, to two different countries, and go and get these precious resources.
Yeah, right.
That's how they want resource. This is it's gonna be a lot of money. He kept on saying this. It's gonna be a lot of money. It's gonna be a lot of money. Like that. The same thing over and over and over again. It's like Avatar, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, what gets me, and it's 4 minutes after, and we're getting ready to get out of here, Sean. I started late, I'm sorry. But look, now I'm fired up, and listen. But here's something else that was said by our president that bothered me. He was talking about why all these people from these shithole countries coming over here to America. Why couldn't they come from Denmark and from Sweden and from Norway? You know, and I'm like, so you just don't want black and brown folks in this country? You just don't want them in this country. And that he said that, it ain't nobody, and I'm sure Roland and a few other folks today are going to come out and say, did you hear this foolishness? This man literally said, without calling us the N-word, I don't want no N-words in this country no more. If they coming from Somalia and they coming, guess what? They are great people, great mind. Hold it, sir, just to let you know, the kingdom of Kemet and the Cushites, and let me just say it again, since you always try to make it seem like there ain't nothing in Africa, why y'all all in Africa trying to drain Africa of all her precious resources? This ain't nothing in Africa. Y'all all in Africa, all of y'all. China, Russia, the United States, all of y'all. Now you're jumping on taking, hold it, guess what? How much dope? I want to know how much dope was, how much drugs was on the Venezuelan oil tanker that the Navy SEALs and the Joint Operations Special Forces jumped on and took over. I need to know how much dope was on it, and why didn't y'all hit it with a pred? Why didn't y'all blow it up? Since if there was dope on there, why didn't y'all hold it? It's a boat. If it was transporting more than just Earl, why didn't y'all blow it up? Oh, I get it.
So Joe,
y'all needed the Earl.
I don't want to to get this right. They went and shot up a little small go boat or whatever, right?
Right. Okay.
They did double tap.
Yes,
throw
sir.
them up,
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes, sir.
But the actual tanker, they didn't light that up.
Right. Now the question is, they suspected that the tanker was transporting something other than Earl. But if it was, y'all got the technology to see what's in the hull. Hey, they had that back in my days, and I know it's not advanced from since I was in. So y'all know exactly what was in the tanker. If it was dope in the tanker, why didn't y'all predator strike the tanker? Why didn't y'all just blow the tanker? Why didn't y'all just y'all got some 155 howitzers on those battleships? Why didn't y'all just hey, fire for effect and hit the tanker? Hold it.
If they send it.
Right. Hold on. But maybe. And I ain't talking about Crisco because I don't think y'all cooking pork chops and chicken, but maybe y'all was on there to get the Earl. And for my folks who believe in Jesus and the Holy Ghost, we ain't talking about the Earl they put in the bottle and send to you. That who knows? We ain't talking that Earl. We ain't talking about the anointed Earl. We talking about that Earl. Man, let me get the hell out of here, Sean. Go. Let me go before they take me through there. Sean, tell them about
Take me through that, baby. Yes, this Friday at 7:00 p.m. on the Sean P Experience. I got a great sister from New Orleans. She got a book called Hoodoo Rituals and Root Magic, all about the hoodoo tradition, our African spirituality, all the traditions and the cultures of that. It's a phenomenal book. It'll be on the Sean P Experience Friday, 7:00 p.m. Go to the channel, hit the little bell, be notified, and don't miss it. Come in live, give your comments, ask your questions. I love a live audience to interact and everything like we're doing here. So that's on Friday. Thank y'all very much.
So Sean, I had to say this.
Yes, sir.
I love what you did right there. So many times they tried to shun us from our spirituality. And they try to tell us that it's hoodoo, it's devil worship, this, that, these, and the third. I'm so blessed that you're bringing somebody on to let folks understand that we had our own spirituality, our own way of worship, that when we were colonized and we were apprehended and stolen from our native land and taught the ways of the colonizer, they told us to shun the way we worship. That was devil worship. And I'm so blessed that you have somebody on there. I'm telling everybody, plug in, tune in, catch this episode of the Sean P Experience and the Griot Podcast.
And our ancestors were so brilliant, Joe. Even whenever they did that, when they tried to do that, we would cover our traditions inside and tuck it inside of their traditions, inside of Christianity, inside of Catholicism. We're taking transform like capoeira. The dance, they call it dancing. It's martial arts. But it couldn't look like martial arts. We got made like we dancing and we moving, but the whole time we disguising our fighting moves. You know what I'm saying? Very, very strategic, military-minded people. I'm gonna leave it at that.
That part. Y'all catch the Sean P Experience and the Griot Podcast. Family, it's time for me to get up out of here. It's 9 minutes past the hour. Remember, be better today than you were yesterday, and do something today to bless somebody somewhere that no matter what you, no earthly way it could ever pay you back. And always remember that there is no secret what God can do. What he has done for others, he will and he can do for what God is with you. Nothing or no one can stand against you. Be blessed. Have a great Thursday. It is Friday, Junior. Tomorrow is Friday. We up out of here. Have a good one. Peace.